Hi, I'm Dominique Parrillo, and I'm bringing you another healthy recipe today from Parrillo Performance. And today's choice, I've chosen to do a fried chicken fingers. It seems to be a popular thing with the kids. And this is my healthy version again. I do not use the choice of canola oil or olive oil. I choose to use a premium MCT, as in the Parrillo cap try that you can find at Parrillo.com. So right now I'm going to show you my prep. I do use shredded wheat. I like to use old-fashioned oats. I use our Parrillo MCTs, and you're going to want to get a couple eggs and a Cajun spice for this recipe. I take my chicken and I slice it up into what I call finger strips. They can be anywhere from probably an inch thick and whatever length. Just take the breast and slice them up. You're going to put 2 eggs, you're going to get rid of the yolks, put your whites in your bowl, and slightly beat them with a fork. Then you're going to put all your chicken in here to get them coated so that egg whites will make that shredded wheat and oatmeal mix stick. I put a couple handfuls of old-fashioned oats in my bowl, and I crushed up 1-2 packets of your shredded wheat. Don't mutilate the shredded wheat. You just want it to be not like big chunks. You want to just have some nice pieces of shredded wheat so that this cooks up nice. And you're going to take your chicken with your right hand, drop it in the bowl, and with the left hand, toss it. Don't get this hand in there because you will be coated. And as you coat your chicken pieces, just lay them out here on a plate. And you may want to allow maybe 1 pound per person. I seem to find that everybody really enjoys this recipe and probably overdo it a little bit, but I figure it's not going to hurt if it's just chicken. And we'll get one more piece down here for you. The spice that I mentioned, the Cajun spice, I don't put that on until I fry, because if I put that in this oatmeal, I find that it all settles to the bottom. So we're going to wait on the Cajun spice, and as we're frying our chicken in the cap try, then we sprinkle it with that Cajun spice. Now that we've moved over to the stove, we're going to cook our chicken. I have put the cap try MCT oil in the frying pan and we're heating it up. You want to get it hot, but you don't want it to really smoke, which I'm starting to smoke, so I'm going to turn it down to about a medium-high heat. Now your canola oil is a healthy choice, olive oil is a healthier choice, but the healthiest choice would be the MCT oil cap try. It's a premium cap try, premium MCT oil for you, and you can find that at Parrillo.com. Now that my oil is up to heat, I'm going to take the pieces of chicken that we prepared, and we're just going to put them in the pan, single layer. You don't want to put them on top of each other, and just place them in here, and you let them fry for probably anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes per side. And you get all these nice pieces in there. And I don't put my spice on again until the one side is cooked. So I let this cook for about 5 minutes until the one side is nice and crispy and brown. You don't want to necessarily overcook it because your chicken then would get kind of tough. But you'll know, because when you poke that chicken, it will be firm, it won't be mushy. So you'll know, and you can always cut open a slice if you're not sure if they're cooked or not. While the chicken is cooking, if it's necessary, if you find that your pan is starting to get a little dry, just add more oil in. I let it run in around the edges and make sure that I don't make it so that it's like deep frying. I just make sure that there's plenty of oil in the pan, and your chicken will absorb a lot of that oil in your shredded wheat and oat mix. And once you start thinking you've got some pieces, you want to just look at the bottom side. If they're not quite brown, then you want to let them cook a little longer. Another thing you'll want to look for on your chicken is how it's starting to get white here on the edges. That means it's getting close to being done on the one side. So that's one of the things you can look for when you're deciding whether you want to flip that or not. And this is a nice golden brown. So those would be ones that I would consider ready to flip. And this one too. See how it's stiff? You can go ahead and flip that. Flip this one. We'll get them all flipped here. And then now that I've flipped them, this is where I add my spice. They're still hot. There's still moisture there from the oil. And I just take and I sprinkle this. It's a spice that I like. It's a nice Cajun spice. And I do just a light coating on this side, because again, when you flip that, you're going to do that again on the other side. The chicken is just about finished now, and it's been about, I would say 5 to 7 minutes total. I give them a quick flip and see that they're pretty stiff. If you're not really sure, again, like I mentioned, just cut a piece and look at the inside. This being all, there's no pink in there. So with no pink, you know for sure that this is a cooked piece of chicken and you're good to go. So again, I just give them a real quick flip. That way we can get a little more of that Cajun spice on the backside. Just put a little more of that spice on there. This piece I'm going to let sit just a little bit longer. These ones are good. Just put them on a plate. You will want to let these cool for probably, I would say maybe 2 to 3, maybe 4 minutes before you serve them, because they're pretty hot coming right out of the frying pan. Your guests will be tempted to eat them before they cool off, but I would tell them that they need to wait just a few minutes. And that'll give you a chance to get a few more fried, so that you might be able to sit down and enjoy it too with them. And that's another healthy recipe from Parrillo Performance.